Welcome to episode 14 of Bandits Weekly, presented by Smash Supplements. My name is Nathan Crosby. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. Happy New Year as well. Brooks Bandits are back in Brooks after a well-deserved break. We haven't seen the Bandits on the ice since December 16th in that thrilling 2-1 win over Blackfalds to wrap up that 5-game stretch where they were missing 6 players for the World Junior A Challenge. Bandits enter the break with the best record in the AJHL, 33-4, and looking to continue to work towards earning a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Gets very interesting for this team in the second half of the season. You got Okotoks coming in this Saturday, and then just 4 home games in the month of January for the Brooks Bandits. They'll play 6 straight on the road, including that big 4 and 5 up through northeastern Alberta. But we'll save that for another episode. We've got a great one for you today because there was lots of news over the Christmas break regarding the Brooks Bandits. We had 2 players commit to NCAA Division I schools. We had a couple players sign with the team. And then we also had the World Junior A Challenge in Nova Scotia that saw 6 Brooks Bandits win gold at the tournament. So we'll get to all of that, plus interviews with Parker Laland, who committed to Merrimack over the break, as well as Ty Mason, who was one of the 6 Bandits who won gold. So we begin the episode talking about those 2 games before the Christmas break for the Brooks Bandits, both at home. You had the Camrose Kodiaks in here on the Friday night, December 15th. I know that's a while ago now, just to refresh your memory. Nick DeGraves and Ethan Byer both had 4-point games in a 10-2 blowout win over Camrose. The first time this season that the Bandits have reached double digits in scoring on home ice. They've done it twice this year. They did it up in Drayton Valley on November 19th. It was also a season high in shots that night for the Brooks Bandits. They put 58 on the Camrose net. And what else was significant about that game was Hunter Wallace came back to the lineup. The forward missed 11 straight games with an injury, hadn't played since November 15th. So it was really nice to see Wally back out there, and he ended up scoring a goal that night. And the Bandits take it 10-2, and it was a nice bounce-back win from the Bandits after losing that game in Canmore a couple days earlier. Then on Saturday, December 16th, the thrilling 2-1 win over Blackfalds. This was one of those games that really started out with not a lot of energy, and it felt like one of those games right before Christmas where you can tell the break's coming up, but the game really kicked into gear in the second half. Blackfalds scores in the second. They have a 1-0 lead, but the Bandits were able to rally on goals from Budazzoni and Luke Marshall in the third period. And Budazzoni's, he's second in scoring now in the AJHL, chasing Brendan Ross of the Bulldogs. It was a great matchup between those two. And Mirko's goal, able to drag the puck around Ross and score low blocker to tie the game. Marshall then with the game winner to make it 2-1. But the play of the night had to have been what Brendan Holohan did in the final minutes of the game. Ross, the leading scorer in the league, right on the short side of the net, had a chance to tie the game. Holohan made a great save coming across the crease and denying him. It earned him an NCAA Division I commitment that we will talk about in just a minute. But the Bandits win 2-1, and they enter the Christmas break, only losing 1 game in the months of November and that stretch in December before the break. They go 18-1 after Halloween, outscoring their opposition 109-37. And in that stretch, the Bandits almost averaging 6 goals a game and 1.9 goals against average a game. So they were definitely on a heater after that setback in Blackfalds on Halloween. And they also go 4-1 during the World Junior A Challenge stretch. So the Bandits, 33-4 record. They lead Sherwood Park by 7 points. The Crusaders are in second place. Sherwood Park playing Friday night up in Grand Prairie. The Bandits and Crusaders have 2 more games head-to-head. We will be up in Sherwood Park January 13th. That kicks off that big trip we have that month. And then we'll be back there on February 9th. Some of our Bandits playing very well during that World Junior A Challenge. How about Huey Hooker, who is now second in AJHL defenseman scoring with 33 points. Quinn McCall, he leads all AJHL first-year defensemen in scoring with 25 points. So congratulations to the Bandits on an excellent first half of the season, entering the break with 33 wins in 37 games. Okay, World Junior A Challenge was happening in Truro, Nova Scotia. Canada West with 6 Brooks Bandits. They haven't won gold at this event since 2017 when it was in Truro, and not a great round robin for Canada West. They go 1-3. They beat Slovakia. That got them into the semifinal. But after dropping games to Sweden, Canada East, and the United States, it certainly seemed like they were up against it in the semifinal. But they really got better as the games became more important. And that semifinal game against the U.S. Was the game of the tournament in my eyes. 3-3 heading to overtime. Canada West gets called for too many men on the ice. You're thinking they're in trouble. They kill it off, and then Sam Huck of the Okotoks Oilers scores the overtime goal, and West beats United States 4-3 in the semifinal. Canada East beat Sweden in the other semifinal, so we had an all-Canadian matchup in the gold medal game, and West stomps East 7-2 to win gold. So congratulations not only to our Six Brooks Bandits, Logan Sawyer, Nathan Free, Ty Mason, Dylan Compton, Matthew Tyfair, and Johnny Hicks, but also congratulations to Canada West. Lots of AJHL content on that team, so super proud of everyone for going over and claiming gold in Truro, Nova Scotia. Ty Mason was one of the Six Brooks Bandits to win gold, and we were able to catch up with him. Ty, congratulations on the gold medal at the World Junior A Challenge to you and your teammates. Just an awesome tournament and a thrilling tournament to see you guys have that big game, that big overtime win over the U.S. and then the big win over Canada East in the final. But just the whole experience, what was it like from your perspective?
Yeah, just getting that opportunity from Hockey Canada was super exciting. And going into it, I was super excited and ready to get going with a bunch of new teammates of mine. And obviously the first game was pre-tournament. We were kind of feeling each other out, trying to get used to each other. And then once we got into the tournament, things weren't going our way and weren't going like we expected, kind of. And then we kind of we won that one game, and we kind of knew how we could play from that game. And then obviously going in the semifinals, we knew what we had to do, and we just went out there and played our game. And then in the finals, it just went smoothly for us. We carried on from the semifinals.
It's the type of tournament where you just need to get into the semifinal and anything can happen, which is what we saw. But what was the mindset of the group after the end of the round robin with just the win over Slovakia?
I mean, obviously we knew it was tough, the situation we were in, but we also knew that we still had a chance, so we were still confident in going into the semifinals. Just, we knew if we played our game and stuck to our system, we could win.
What do you think really changed from the round robin into those elimination games?
I think we kind of got just bonding. I think we got used to each other a little more, and we came together a little more as a team, and I think that's what helped us the most, for sure.
And you had 5 teammates from the Brooks Bandits on Canada West. That's a pretty special, that's never been done before. We had 5 last year, 6 this year. Just tell me about playing with each of them and just how impressed you were with all of them.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, all of the guys did really well from the Bandits, and it's super exciting for the Bandits as an organization as well. But yeah, I'm super happy for all of the guys who, we were all successful, so it was awesome.
What do you take away from that experience that you think can really help you moving forward here?
I think just the high compete level of hockey there, like the fast game that was played, I think I can bring that back to the AHL and back to the Bandits and help my team here.
So you go into the Christmas break, a well-deserved break for the team, for everyone. You guys out in Truro, the team back here. How was your break, and what did you get up to?
It was awesome. It was short but sweet, and I just got to see my family, which was the nice thing about it. I loved being home and getting to see all my relatives that I haven't seen in a while, because obviously I've been gone playing hockey, but that's kind of the price you pay. So
you get back to Weyburn, and I mean, did you get a chance to see everybody, and what was their welcome like with the gold medal with you?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was obviously super excited for me and wanted to check it out. All my little cousins couldn't believe it. They were holding on to the gold medal, but yeah, they were super, super excited for me, and obviously we celebrated and shared the moment.
Okay, so you've had a couple days back with the team now, and it seems like it's been a long time since we've had the whole group together, since that December 5th game in Drumheller. What's it been like since everyone's got back?
It's been really good. Everybody's having a lot of fun out in practice. Everybody's cheering, being loud. Everybody's super excited to be back. We had our break, but now I think we're ready to continue what we started in the first half.
And just on your teammates, Parker Laland and Brendan Holohan, over the break, they earn NCAA Division I commitments. Just tell me about how much those players mean to this team and how well-deserved that was.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're both doing really well this year, and they're both really good hockey players, so I think it's super well deserved for both of them, and they definitely earned it.
How much when you were in Truro were you watching the Bandits? I mean, it's 3 hours ahead there. We're having some late games. Did you get to watch any of the games?
I mean, I watched like the first period of a couple of them, but I didn't really get the opportunity. It was super late, like you said, the time changed. So, yeah, I tried to watch what I could, but I had to get to bed as well.
Yeah. Truro, I mean, like, what did you think of? Have you ever been out to Nova Scotia before? Did you get any sort of opportunity to explore a bit?
Yeah, I mean, I got out there a couple summers ago. I went with a native international team for like some tournament, and it was really cool then. And I was only about an hour and a half from where I was, so it's a pretty similar spot. But yeah, it's super cool, and we didn't get to do a whole lot. Obviously, we were busy with winning a gold medal, but we went for a couple walks and kind of did that kind of stuff, but not a whole lot other than that.
How good does it feel to have everyone back and knowing that you guys had put yourself in a great position with the first half of the season, knowing that it's still a long road ahead? How does it feel to be back?
It's a good feeling. I mean, obviously you take your Christmas break and you have your fun at Christmas, but when you come back, you're ready to work, and you kind of just put your nose down and keep going.
Ty, congratulations to you, all the Bandits on the gold medal, and continued success here.
Thank you.
Here with Parker Laland. It's great to catch up with you after the Christmas break, and congratulations. The big news while we were all away was your commitment to Merrimack. We'll get to that in a second, but tell us about your break and what you're up to.
Yeah, it was a good break. Obviously got home, didn't do a heck of a lot, just kind of trying to go see as much family as I could for as long as I could, just getting to see grandparents, cousins, spend time with my family. So it was a good break, well needed rest, but excited for the second half.
Got to keep the grandparents and family happy. Are they all in Aberdeen or in that Saskatoon area?
Yeah, they're all, like, my grandparents, one lives like 5-minute walk away and the other live 10-minute drive, so they're all pretty close. And then I have cousins kind of in Saskatoon and surrounding area, so everyone's within 15-20 minutes of each other, so get to see them lots.
Have they been able to come out to Brooks, watch some games, or any of the places we've been so far this year?
Yeah, my parents got to come out to Spruce Grove for both games, and they've been here a couple times. Grandparents have been here a couple times, and this upcoming weekend my cousins are coming out, and my grandparents and my mom, so they get to come out a lot, but it's a lot closer for them.
Well, it was a great ending to the post-Christmas schedule with that win over Blackfalds to kind of seal things up, and now the whole team is back together after, I think, a well-earned rest. So we've had a couple days of practice, big game against Okotoks on Saturday, Olds on Monday. Just tell me about the first couple days of practice and how everything's felt.
Yeah, I think you look at our team, we took 10 days off and we were missing a bunch of guys before, so obviously coming back yesterday wasn't our best practice. I think working off some of the rust, but I thought today we were a lot better, a lot crisper. We were moving well, and I think it'll just lead into tomorrow to us having a good game.
So first time since December 5th that the whole team's back together, because we had 6 players at the World Junior A Challenge in Nova Scotia. They end up winning the gold medal, which was a huge accomplishment for them. Just tell me about the reaction from the team watching your teammates go and win that.
Yeah, I think it's huge. You know, those guys got a chance to represent their country. It's a big honor, and they obviously won gold, so it's huge for them, and we were all excited to see them and congratulate them. But we're looking forward to the rest of the season and working towards our end goal.
You go 4-1 during that 5-game stretch without those 6 players. What was the takeaway from those 5 games?
Yeah, I think it was just we kind of had to do what we had to do to win. I think with having guys on the lineup and not having extra guys, you ask guys to do a little bit more than they're used to. And I thought the guys came out well and did what we needed to do. I think obviously the Canmore game didn't go how we wanted, but the other 4, we played really well and stuck in those games and did what we had to do, and now we're excited to have those guys back.
All right, so the big news during Christmas, not only are you home with family, but then you get to have the excitement of announcing the commitment to Merrimack. Why Merrimack? Why is this a great fit for you?
Yeah, I think got a chance to talk to them a couple times, the assistant coach and then the head coach, and then we sat down with my parents and did a Zoom call with them, and went really good. Like, the coaches were unbelievable, great people. And they talk a lot about the culture that they're trying to build there, and in talking to Wally and Husey about what they think, it would just seem like the right spot, and like the culture they're trying to build was something that I was looking for, and it was a big part of why I chose them.
And a great conference that they play in as well. Does that factor in as well when you're thinking of the teams you could be facing? Yeah,
I think so. I think you obviously you look at some of those teams in that conference. You got the BUs, the BCs. They're getting a lot of those top guys. So even if there's scouts to watch them play, you're just getting that, and then obviously the travel is a lot closer and it's nice, and you're playing difficult teams every night, so it just amps up the intensity in those games.
Can it be a distraction when you're trying to figure out that commitment, the NCAA team that you're going to be eventually playing for? Now that that's out of the way, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's obviously nice. I think for me, it's not really a distraction. Like once you get on the ice, you don't think about it. It's when you're away from the rink and you're spending time with the guys, or you're doing things and you're waiting for a phone call or stuff like that is when it gets a little bit stressful. So that part's definitely nice to have up. But for your game, like for me, teams are going to notice you whether you're committed or not, and you're just trying to play the right way to help the team win, and then that's what ultimately leads to the schools.
In terms of your game and development, where do you think you've really made strides this year, and how has the coaches been able to help you with that?
Yeah, I think for me it's been the aggressive style of play that's been the biggest difference. I think there's times last year where I'd sit back and let the game come to me, where especially playing with Buttazzoni and El Peluso, we kind of want to have the puck more and attack with the puck, and that's just a different play style that we have, but I think that's something that we've done really well, and the coaches just keep telling me to keep making plays and not be afraid to make plays, and that's been huge.
And then that big goal you scored earlier in the year, the shorthanded breakaway goal, shorthanded penalty shot goal. To my knowledge, there's never been a shorthanded penalty shot goal scored in Bandits history. So we can't confirm that, but just an unreal moment to take us back to then and how you reacted to scoring that goal.
Yeah, I think you look at the goal, and it wasn't exactly the move I was trying to make, but just quick reaction when he stopped my original move to pull it back. But I think just to start that play, like our penalty kill is so good, so aggressive. We can turn pucks over and kind of have the green light to go get offense if we see it. So that just kind of allowed me to get that play. And then obviously you kind of wanted to score on the breakaway, not the penalty shot, but it was a cool moment for sure.
You weren't the only Bandit to commit to an NCAA school during the break. Of course, just before you guys left, Luke Marshall committed to Canisius. But then during the break, goaltender Brendan Holohan commits to Army. Just tell me about the excitement from the team watching Brendan, who played so well during that 5-game stretch. Of course, that big save he makes against Blackfalds, but how excited was the team for him?
Yeah, I think it's obviously huge. You play well for your goalies, and they can't make mistakes because then it ends up in your net. And Holly was so good when they were gone to do what he did for those 5 games. Like, it's not hard to play 5 games in a row as a goalie. So for him to do that was huge, and it's just really excited for him to get that opportunity.
Final one for you, just now that we're back into the second half of the season and now the playoffs, a couple months away. It's getting down to now. We're counting down the last few games of the season. You guys have a big lead on first. You can't get complacent. What's important then to focus on over this next stretch?
Yeah, I think it's just about building our habits every day. I think you look at the teams that are the best in the league. They do the right things every game, no matter who they're playing. So I think for us, we have the skill, but there's games where we're going to come in and we're going to think we're going to have it easy. We got to be able to come to work every night, and we're going to be fine.
Parker, congratulations on the Merrimack commit. Congratulations on the great season so far, and looking forward to watching you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
It's Bandits forward Parker Laland. Big thanks to both Parker Laland and Ty Mason for joining us on Bandits Weekly, which is presented by Smash Supplements, where you can get everything you need to power through your day and level up. Located in downtown Brooks, open Monday to Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 4. Huge accomplishment for Canada West and those 6 Brooks Bandits winning gold. Certainly looking forward to having them back in Brooks. A couple things just to talk about before we wrap up. There was some transactions for the Brooks Bandits during the Christmas break. The team signed St. Andrews College forward Jack Good for the 2024-25 season. St. Andrews College is out in Aurora, Ontario. Shout out to former goaltender Pierce Charlson. That's where he's from. He's having just an unreal season with St. Andrews College. 74 points in 33 games so far this year. He's already committed to Merrimack. We've become a Merrimack pipeline out here in Brooks. We've got 3 players on the current roster committed to that team. Of course, Zach Bookman's there now. He's been on the pod. And now Jack Good coming to the Brooks Bandits. Originally a Lincoln Stars draft pick in the USHL. He's also a Erie Otters OHL pick, but he's chosen to come to Brooks next season. So we're looking forward to having Jack come play for the Bandits. That wasn't the only piece of transaction news over the break for the Brooks Bandits. Keith McInnes has been acquired from Waterloo of the USHL. He was able to get into 23 games this season down in the USHL. Previous to that, he played at the Yale Hockey Academy in Abbotsford, BC. He is a cousin of Josh Zinger, who played on the Brooks Bandits in that 21-22 season, won a Centennial Cup in Estevan. Zinger having a terrific season at Northern Michigan. So we have a bit of a bloodline there, and looking forward to seeing Keith McInnes make his Bandits debut this weekend. Ryan Papuano talking about him, about his size, his 200-foot game, and his defensive stick. So he's already a North Dakota commit, by the way, and Red Deer, Alberta native. So looking forward to watching Keith this weekend. So the Bandits have 2 home games this weekend. Big one Saturday night, December 30th, against the Okotoks Oilers. Bandits have won 12 straight regular season games against Okotoks. They've won all 3 matchups so far this year, including that game at the Showcase. We've been to Okotoks twice since then. And then Okotoks comes here this weekend, and then they'll be back here at the end of January. Oilers are 4th, 7 wins in their last 10 games. They do play the Olds Grizzlies on Friday night. Speaking of the Olds Grizzlies, they will be here for the first time of the season on Monday, January 1st. That's our annual New Year's Day game, 4 o'clock puck drop. Haven't played the Grizzlies yet this year. Olds, 2 points out of a playoff spot, and they had some nice momentum heading into the Christmas break, winning 3 of their final 4 games before the holidays. So Olds will be in here on New Year's Day, 4 o'clock, free tickets for all fans, 17 and under. That will do it for this week's episode of Bandits Weekly. Big thanks to Parker Laland, Ty Mason, Drayson Kuiper. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you at the CRA.